This cow has a secret weapon for surviving some of the most extreme heat on Earth. It's not just the giant hump on its back. This animal has its own personal built-in air conditioning system. This is the Zebu, the famous humped cattle you've probably seen in pictures of India or on a nature show about Africa. And all of its weird-looking features, that big hump, the long, floppy ears, and that giant flap of skin under its neck, they aren't just for looks. They are all part of a brilliant survival kit. I'm going to show you how these features help the Zebu master the heat and reveal the surprising truth about what's really inside that famous hump. First, let's understand what makes a Zebu a Zebu. They are a type of domestic cattle that is perfectly designed for life in hot, tropical climates. And their main advantage is their incredible ability to stay cool. They have a whole set of tools for this. Let's start with the most obvious one, the hump. And let's bust the biggest myth right now. It is not filled with water. A Zebu's hump is a big lump of fat. By storing most of its fat reserves in one big hump on its back, the rest of its body can stay lean, without a thick layer of insulating fat all over it that would cause it to overheat. Next, you have that giant loose flap of skin hanging under its neck. This is called a dewlap. This dewlap has a massive surface area, and it's full of blood vessels. As the blood flows through it, the air moving past cools the blood down, just like the radiator in your car cools down the engine. Their long, droopy ears do the exact same thing. And to top it all off, Zebu have way more sweat glands in their skin than European cows, and their skin also produces an oily secretion that naturally repels biting insects. It's a complete package for beating the heat. So they are perfectly built to survive a hot day. But their original home in places like India has brutal, long dry seasons where all the grass can disappear for months. How does a big animal that needs to eat grass all day survive when there's nothing to eat? This brings us back to the hump. That big lump of fat isn't just for keeping the body cool, it's an emergency energy pack. When food is scarce during a drought, the Zebu's body can slowly start to use up the fat stored in its hump to survive. If you see a Zebu after a long dry season, its hump might actually be smaller and floppier. It's a portable pantry that helps it get through the tough times. This incredible hardiness is one reason why the Zebu is so important to people, especially in India. In the Hindu religion, cattle are considered sacred, and the Zebu, with its gentle nature, is seen as a symbol of the divine mother goddess, Kamathenu. Because of this, Zebu are often protected and revered. You can see them wandering peacefully through the streets of busy cities, and people will often give them food. This sacred status has made them a central part of the culture for thousands of years. But the Zebu's influence has spread all over the world, and it completely changed the cowboy story in America. In the late 1800s, American ranchers in hot, humid states like Texas and Florida were having a huge problem. Their European cattle breeds, like Angus and Hereford, were not built for that climate. They were getting sick from the heat and being tormented by insects. So, some clever ranchers started importing Zebu from India. They crossbred the super tough Zebu with their European cattle. The result was a brand new American breed, the Brahman. This new cow had the Zebu's hump, its floppy ears, its heat resistance, and its insect-repellent skin. It was a game changer. The Brahman cow saved the cattle industry in the southern United States and is now one of the most important breeds throughout Central and South America. So the Zebu is a true master of survival. It's an ancient cow that conquered the world's hottest climates, thanks to its built-in air conditioning system. It's a sacred animal in India that has been tied to human culture for thousands of years. And its tough genetics were the key ingredient in creating the modern Brahman cattle that are essential to ranching in hot climates all over the world today. If you want to learn about more animals that changed human history, make sure you subscribe.